In this example, I am asked to solve the following, and I'm given a quadratic equation with 3 terms, so I have a trinomial. When solving a quadratic equation, you can solve by factoring or by using quadratic formula. Here, you cannot actually factor this quadratic equation, so I'm going to have to use the quadratic formula. Also, when the question says answer to 2 decimal places, that usually means I'm going to have to use the quadratic formula. So recall that the quadratic formula is x equals negative b plus or minus the square root of b squared minus 4ac. The whole thing is divided by 2a. How we identify ABC is a is the value, the coefficient in front of x squared, b is the coefficient in front of x, and c is the term without a variable. So here a is 2, b is negative 7, and c is 2. So now I'm going to substitute in these values into the quadratic formula. The quadratic formula says negative b, which is the opposite of my b value. Here my b value is negative 7, so when I substitute in, I get positive 7. The other way of thinking of it is a negative and a negative become a positive. So I have x equals positive 7 plus or minus b squared. Because b is negative, it needs to go in brackets, squared, minus 4 times a times c. So 4 times 2 times 2 divided by 2 times a, which is 2. Then I get 7 plus or minus. I'm going to simplify in the square root by squaring the 7, which is positive 49. So be careful on your calculator that you get a positive 49 there. You might need to add the brackets on your calculator because you don't want to get negative 49 there. And then minus 4 times 2 times 2, which is 16, divided by 4. Again, simplify inside the brackets to get the square root of 33 divided by 4. Now I'm at this step, I'm going to split this up to my 2 answers. So x equals 7 plus the square root of 33 divided by 4. And x equals 7 minus the square root of 33 divided by 4. So with my calculator, I get my first answer as x is 3.18614 and so on. And my second one answer is x is 0.313859 and so on. When you're putting this into your calculator, either put the numerator in brackets before you divide by the 4 or press equals before you divide by the 4, because if not, you might just be dividing the root 33 by 4. So check your answers to make sure that you're using your calculator correctly. And then finally, we just need to round to 2 decimal places. So my first answer is 3.19, and my second answer is 0.31.